Hey guys, welcome back to the James Bond Show. Krazy Kajeevie here with you with a special little episode. I have finally gotten to my top 5 list of actors who could play James Bond. Now, I withered this down to 5, and I'm going to do this with no fears, limits, or substitutes, and I hope you like it. Now, I've thought about this, guys, for a long time, especially probably over the last couple of years, who could really replace Daniel Craig. I never believed that Daniel Craig was not going to be Bond in Bond 25. I always knew he would come back. The whole slash wrist thing, that was a joke, and the media ran with that and took it ridiculously out of context. So I've thought about this a lot, and especially over the last 24, 48 hours, I've really put a lot of thought into this. So this list is going to go from 5 down to 1, and I'm going to do it one a day. So today will be number 5, tomorrow number 4, number 3. So you got to stick with us and come back here to check out daily who will be my number 1. And there's a photograph of my number 5 tonight in the thumbnail there, so you can have a look at him. Now, the way I've done this, guys, is my number 5 choice tonight could potentially be my number 1 choice or my number 2 choice overall. Now, what do I mean by that? Why have I got him at number 5 if he could be my number 2 or my number 1? Well, I've taken certain things into factors like age. So, for example, this actor's age, he's a little young. So, do I think he's the exact right choice now at his age? And I'll get into him in a moment, to replace Daniel Craig? No, not quite. Is he a better actor than some of the actors I have above him? Yes, he is, but they're probably just more suited now with age and timing. So that's what I've factored into this. When I did my top 10 list of actors who should never play James Bond, I probably left out a few. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I left out Jamie Bell, but he's an actor I never want to see James Bond. So I'm just going to name a few too, and then I'm going to get into this top 5 countdown of who should play James Bond. So Jamie Bell, no. I don't even need to give a reason for it. There's a British actor, Oliver Jackson Cohen, who one of my friends, hey Gershwin, likes for James Bond. No. Oliver Jackson Cohen looks like your average pool cleaner, your plumber, the guy that would be down at the pub as well. He's just a flyweight. I don't like the look of him. He's got a bit of a puffy face. Just for James Bond, no. I think some of the ideas people come up with, I honestly wonder, have they actually read an Ian Fleming novel, or do they remember who Sean Connery is? Do they know who Timothy Dalton is? If you come up with an actor, say someone like Richard Madden, imagine them next to Timothy Dalton. If they don't even come up halfway to the look, the style, the suaveness, the killer look of Dalton or Connery, then forget it. Seriously. I think any actor that plays Bond has to have that X factor, either in the eyes or just even their voice, but they've got to have an X factor. And there's certain actors that so many are put up to play Bond by a lot of people who know nothing about James Bond, and I'm sorry, but they're just I'm just being honest. So I'm going to start my top 5 countdown, and I've got a reason for every actor and why they're on this list. So number 5 is Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult is 30 years of age. That's why I've got him at number 5, because he's still quite young. And if they cast another Bond actor and he's in the role for 10 years or 14 years, then maybe Hoult could come back and could play Bond later down the track. So Nicholas Hoult, he's got an incredible look. He's a very good looking young man, piercing blue eyes, and he's 6'2". So he's got a great look, very good looking, and he's British as well. He's also well grounded. He's got a partner, and they've got a baby son together as well. So Nicholas Hoult for me. Now, the films Nicholas Hoult has been in: The Equals recently with Kristen Stewart, Warm Bodies, Tolkien, where he played J.R. Tolkien, the writer of the Lord of the Rings novels. Now, I haven't seen that film, but I've seen clips of it, and I think he looks fantastic in that. Very suave, very British, very kind of, it's because it's set many, many years ago. he had a great look for it, I thought. Mad Max Fury Road. I didn't even realise till I was doing this list that it was Nicholas Hoult. Now, I remember seeing Nicholas Hoult's name, but I never kind of put two and two together. And of course, yeah, it's Nicholas Hoult. He's got all this weird white makeup on him, very physical, very active. So he's got a bit of a range, this guy, and he's not afraid to get in and, take on roles and act. So he's never really going to be typecast, I think. Dark Phoenix. Well, no one saw Dark Phoenix, so you wouldn't have seen him in that. Now, the first film I saw him in, other than about the boy or about a boy with Hugh Grant, which he was in when he was very young, so he played that little boy, the lead little boy in that film, and he was great. Even as a young kid, he had such acting talent. But the first film I saw him in as an adult, really, Jack the Giant Slayer, also starring Ewan McGregor, and directed by Bryan Singer. Now, I didn't even realise again, because I didn't really know him at the time, and I'm like, who's this guy? Whoa, this bloke in another 10 years could play Bond. And of course, it turns out to be Nicholas Hoult, who, when I saw clips of Tolkien, I thought, who's this guy? Then I realised it was Nicholas Hoult from Jack the Giant Slayer. So I think he's got a great look. He's a very strong actor, but in a few more years, I think he's definitely going to be a choice. Now, obviously, it depends on how Eon are going to go. As I've said, guys, I truly believe, and again, people are doubting me on this and saying, no, it's not going to happen. But I really believe it will happen. I believe, and depending on, I guess, critical success, financial, all that, and what the fans think, not that Eon are really listening to the fans, but I believe that Larry Lynch, Nomi 007, will go on to be 007. I think Bond will retire again at the end of No Time to Die. And I think the Daniel Craig era will come to an end as we know it. But it will live on as Nomi will be a black female 007. And I believe that way they'll keep Ray Fiennes, Ben Whishaw, and Moneypenny as the Scooby-Doo bunch. And I think they're going to try and do that. Now, whether they do that in a TV series or they do it as a feature film will be yet to be seen. All I know is if they do that, I will never darken the cinema. I'm not going to go and support a politically correct, transgender-looking female, if it is female black 007 Bond. I'm not, and I know just every Bond fan I know is not interested in that. And the people that, oh yeah, great, Lashana Lynch is 007, these people have no idea even who she is, and they're just saying it to be politically correct. And they might go and see the first film, or No Time to Die. But after that, the support is going to go, and the box office is going to get destroyed, just like what's happening with Terminator, Woke Fate, and these Disney-fied Star Wars films. But what I do believe is that with James Bond, the actual character, they're going to do a complete reboot and restart James Bond. And could they go back to the 50s, 60s? Possibly. Could they go back to just like into Pierce Brosnan age where it's just a different actor playing Bond? Sure, but I think the Craig era will come to an end and they might go with Nomi. But they'll also do a separate series with a total reboot. Now, if they go younger, Nicholas Hoult could be the man for there. So, guys, that is my number 5 countdown. Come back for number 4 tomorrow. But more importantly, guys, if you like this and you like what I'm doing here at the James Bond Show, please hit a like. Just give it a like. That's great. And also subscribe. Share with your friends. Sharing is caring. And, guys, more importantly than anything, leave a comment. Try and be realistic, though, with your choices when you're looking at this. But please comment on Nicholas Hoult. Have a look at him. Check him out in some interviews and things. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'd love to hear it, guys. That's all I got for tonight. So next time, keep on bonding. And say hi to your mama for me.